welcome to today's video. And in today's video, we are looking at evidence for photosynthesis. And with evidence for photosynthesis, one of the things that we normally look at is testing for starch. All right. So with testing for starch, basically we are looking at one of the products that plants make out of this particular process called photosynthesis. So we know that, if you're not aware, photosynthesis is basically a process where plants make their own food. So they require three things to be present. So one is that of carbon dioxide, water, and light energy. And this light energy comes from the sun. All right. Okay. So when these three things are present, the plant is able to make its own food. So the equation for photosynthesis is carbon dioxide plus water gives us glucose plus oxygen. So it's this product that basically we are going to test, and that will help us to know whether a plant has undergone photosynthesis or not. All right. So when plants make glucose, they store the glucose as starch. Okay. And it's this starch that we are going to test. Now, for this test, we use a solution called iodine solution. Some people will say iodine solution. So anyhow you pronounce it. So iodine solution. And at the end of the test, we are going to see a color change, and that will help us to know whether a plant has undergone photosynthesis. So this is the process that we normally undergo when we are testing for starch. So the first thing that happens is that a leaf is taken from a plant, and the leaf is placed in warm water. So the warm water or boiling water. So what happens here is that the boiling water is going to soften the leaf, okay, for further process, what you are going to do afterwards. So you can keep the leaf in there for 5 minutes or maybe 10 minutes. After the time has elapsed, you can take the leaf out. Then we normally put it in alcohol, all right? And the alcohol is going to remove the chlorophyll, which is the green pigment, okay? So once that process is going on, you realize that the alcohol is going to change color. So you can keep the leaf in there for like about 5 or 10 minutes. It depends on how long you want that to be. So once you keep it in there, we normally put the entire boiling tube containing the alcohol and the leaf in warm water. And that is just to speed up the process. All right. So once the time has elapsed for that, we take the leaf out, put it in either warm water or just normal water, just to remove the alcohol, all right, off the surface of the leaf. Then we take it out, put it on a white towel. Then we take our iodine solution. So depending on how many drops you choose, so you can either put 2 or 3 drops on the leaf. So once you do that, there's going to be a color change only if that particular leaf has undergone photosynthesis. All right. So the color change that you are going to see is that of blue-black. All right. Or in some books, normally they write black. Okay. So this is the color change that you are going to see. And if you see this, it means that that particular leaf has undergone photosynthesis. Okay. Now, the most important step, okay, for testing for starch is the color change. All right. Or the observation that you are going to make. And the observation that you are going to make is basically the color change. So that is the most important step. And also, you need to know the equation for photosynthesis. Okay. Carbon dioxide reacting with water, giving us glucose and oxygen. And you need to know the 3 things that must be present, okay, before photosynthesis will occur. All right. So carbon dioxide, water, light, energy. So these 3 things must always be present. Okay. So that brings us to today's video. At the end of this, there will be questions that will be coming up. You can try your hands on it. And when the questions come up, you can pause it. Just try answering it on your own. Then afterwards, unpause the video and the answer to that question is going to come up. Just compare your answers with it to find out whether you had it right. So just try your hands on it, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.